You will soon be boarding an EC-135 aircraft, which has a total capacity of 7 passengers. The main cabin accommodates 6 passengers and the flight deck accommodates 1 passenger, seated to the left of the captain. In accordance with current regulations, no hazardous materials or dangerous goods will be accepted on board. For further information about prohibited items, please ask a member of staff. We have provided you with a safety card with instructions and safety features related to this aircraft. Before takeoff, we ask you to read it carefully. When you leave the aircraft, please hand it back to the ground staff. Electronic devices such as phones, tablets, electronic cigarettes must be switched off or placed in flight mode for the whole duration of the flight. Smoking or vaping is not permitted on board or in the movement areas around the aircraft. Each passenger is provided with a life jacket, which can be put on and adjusted in this way. On some flights, our teams will provide you with an ETSO life vest equipped with an EBS system. This type of life vest should be worn from now on until you arrive at your destination after disembarking. The use and operation of this vest is covered in a separate briefing. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask a member of staff. Do not forget to wear the hearing protection that is provided. The rear of the aircraft can be dangerous. You must always access the aircraft from the front or the side as instructed by the ground staff. If you are invited to board the aircraft while the engines are running, do not raise your hands when you stand under the rotor, and make sure that your personal belongings, such as a cap, are not in danger of being blown away. Under normal conditions, you should never attempt to operate the doors and exits. The ground staff will operate them for your boarding and disembarking. When accessing the aircraft, please do not step on the emergency flotation device installed on the skids of the aircraft. The blast from the rotors can be dangerous. Make sure that your personal belongings, such as cap or scarf, are not in danger of being blown away. When boarding the aircraft, please move to the end of your seat row and sit in the last available seat. All passengers must keep their seat belts fastened for the entire duration of the flight. The seat belts are fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. The passenger seated in the front seat next to the pilot must not touch any of the flight deck controls or switches. Passenger must not communicate with the pilot during takeoff and landing, and must refrain from any kind of communication unless necessary. In case of emergency and on the pilot's order, you must adopt the described safety position. This aircraft is fitted with 4 emergency exits. The emergency exits are located on each side of the flight deck and on each side of the main passenger cabin. The front doors can be opened by rotating the handle 90 degrees. If necessary, the door assembly can be jettisoned from the aircraft. To do so, push the release lever fully forward and then eject the door by pushing it outwards. The rear doors can be opened by rotating the handle 90 degrees. If necessary, the window can be released from the door assembly. To do this, tear off the red plastic cover, pull the ring out completely, and push on the 2 red marks located on the window glass. In the event of an emergency evacuation at sea, your life vest must be inflated after leaving the aircraft. The inflation of the life vest is automatic by pulling on the tabs located on each side of the life vest. Thank you for your attention. On behalf of the OVH team, we wish you a pleasant flight.